The panic ending explained little in a finale full of twists and turns, although a few aspects were left open to viewer interpretation. Amazon Prime's teen drama was based on author Lauren Oliver's 2014 book of the same name. Rather than have someone else adapt her story for TV, Oliver took the reins while making adjustments to make for a better small-screen story. Panic centered on the small town of Carp, Texas, where graduating seniors carried on a tradition by playing a dangerous game called Panic. The competition carried a $50,000 winning pot, attracting a few dozen players, including Heather Nill, Olivia Welch. Originally against the game that tested players' biggest fears, Heather jumped in due to her financial situation after her mother stole her savings. She went toe-to-toe with tough competitors like Ray Hall, Ray Nicholson, Dodge Mason, Mike Feist, and her best friend, Natalie Williams, Jessica Sula, until the group realized someone with a greater power was pulling the strings. Sheriff Cortez got what he deserved. Cortez was responsible for several deaths in Panic. The truth surrounding Sheriff James Cortez's, Enrique Murciano, connection to the game started to emerge in Panic's penultimate episode. Heather found out he was gambling on the participants while manipulating the challenges in his favor. The Mason family learned Cortez had a hand in the game for his own selfish reasons and sought justice for Dana's, Madison Ferris, accident. To keep Luke quiet about the gambling ring and blackmailing, Cortez beats him up, putting a target on himself in the eyes of Ray. In the season finale, everyone wanted Cortez to pay for his actions, but his wife, Melanie Moira Kelly, was the strongest motivator in taking him down. While Cortez took Dodge's place in the final challenge, Joust, Heather was behind the wheel of Ray's truck as his opponent. When the Tiger jumped between their speeding vehicles, Cortez swerved out of the way as Heather put on the brakes. Cortez was hurt in the crash, but he managed to limp away until Melanie caught up with him, shooting him once in the chest. In her eyes, James was the driving force behind their son's suicide. Jimmy knew about the betting ring and how his father blackmailed Abby, Jimmy's pregnant girlfriend, which led to her death. Feeling hopeless, Jimmy took his own life, but Melanie put the full blame on Cortez, so she killed him. Not only was Cortez content with manipulating Panic, but he also didn't even seem bothered by putting young kids, including his own son, at risk as long as he got his money. The Mason family found peace. The Mason family learned about Cortez's lies. Natalie and Heather looking at something in the dark in Panic. One of the biggest questions in Panic was who caused Dana's accident that partially paralyzed her. The event motivated Dodge into joining the game after Cortez agreed to help him win if it meant finding evidence Luke was behind the betting ring. The Mason family believed Luke was behind Dana's hit and run. In reality, Cortez used them to manipulate the game. Dodge and his family later learned Luke had nothing to do with Dana's situation since he was in the county jail on the night of the accident.